prophet Jonah was appointed and sent by God to uphold justice. Like the early pagan, then this house does not believe in to draw to God. Whenever the prophet Jonah preaching, then house of Niwana always ridiculed, because the prophet Jonah is already feeling the difficulties facing his people. Then he prophesied giving threat. If you do not stop the worship, the state good we bring westward experiment on the prophet Jonah. When the incoming dome drift, the Lord the select them. But after that, house of them awaited the promised prophet Jonah is not yet there as well. This makes it about because his family is not likely going to scrap more painful. At that time dawn, a revelation of God tells Jonah that them will be lowered less than day away. Hear the saying of the prophet Jonah as it is evaluate him. The say that the level of the prophet Jonah justly. Before the dome that was revealed, the prophet Jonah and his followers fled the city in advice. La fear that dome will be exposed. After 40 days, then the punishment will come instantly clothed the back completed urban house. Saw it all the Niwana finding the prophet Jonah. They promise in their heart will live the statute they believe in your good. But the prophet Jonah had been away from the city, so as not to hear the moans of his people. The prophet Jonah was on the edge of sea, very frightened by his own family if it comes to tormenting him intermittently. He looked back. At the moment, no is longer thinking about the vassal invited. La confession, as was about so shy away from his people that already exists on the road again. In plain sick at the ocean flatly. That's when God helped accompany with a ship. Why is this so? Because the ship was in fact does not go to the place of the prophet Jonah stand. The prophet Jonah with immediate entry to ship with who the no land if older ship. After that the ship went, arriving in the middle of the ocean, suddenly come the weapon and storm. The ship changes and skin are about to appear. It is not like there is usually a storm currently. There is a renown who had infiltrated in this ship. Cite the caption of the ship. Then he made the reveal all present the expect to great. After set times turned out to fall on the prophet Jonah. This is done rapidly so as assured the ship captain that the prophet Jonah retugas. For the sake of the safety of people, then I hope you to dabble into the sea. Because this ship does not want private refuges, said the ship's captain of the prophet Jonah. Actually, he not be say so. But what can be credited for the sake of the safety of all passengers had to say always. The prophet Jonah was unable to defend himself. He eventually threw himself into the sea. It turned out the right word of the ship captain after the prophet Jonah was icy of calm. Really unfortunate, the prophet Jonah, even so good, saved him from death. Not long after he became a sick that instantly slowing. Again, the prophet Jonah does not know if he had been in the belly of a shark. Once he was in the belly of a shark a few days, then God issued himself. With a weak body, she stepped to the mainland. God gave the shadow of rainfall stress in the pumpkin, so his locket revolved, and God told him to go back on his people. The host of Niwana welcomed the arrival of the prophet with great joy. They tell how the dome that was about to fall to him, and since that's the house of Niwana faithful to God.